Warren Buffett is a wealthy and influential businessman. He's fifth on Forbes' 2022 billionaire list. You already know what that means. He's filthy rich. Early in 2022, he had $96.3 billion. Buffett's excellent investments earned him the nickname Oracle of Omaha. Buffett's stock decisions are watched because he's made so much money from them over Berkshire Hathaway's 60-year history. He's a value investor who seeks low-priced securities with high inherent value. A company's fundamentals usually determine this. Buffett does well by examining first performance, debt, and profit margins. He keeps high-performing investments for years. Let's go through a timeline about him. Here we go. Buffett's first investments, 1930 to 49. Buffett bought his first stock in 1941. 3 shares of Cities Service preferred stock are for him and 3 for his sister Doris. The corporation drops to $27 and then rises to $40. They sell stock. It quickly reaches $200 per share. 1943. Buffett tells a family friend he'll be a millionaire by 30 or jump off the tallest building in Omaha. 1945. He makes $175 delivering Washington Posts. At 14, he buys 40 acres of property for $1,200. Buffett and his friend buy a 25-year-old pinball machine in 1947. Buffett considers the earnings and puts them in a barber shop. He has 3 devices and 3 sites within months. Later that year, a veteran buys the firm for $1,200. Buffett delivers newspapers for $5,000 in the same year. Buffett's father urges him to attend colleges, but he refuses. He's enrolled at Wharton in Pennsylvania at a freshman next year. Buffett complains he's smarter than the teachers. 1949. Buffett is no longer a Wharton student. He's in Nebraska. After college, he rejects a J.C. Penney position. He earns a BS in Business Administration in 3 years by taking summer classes, $9,800. How Buffett took only 10 years to make $25 million, 1950 to 1969. Buffett was rejected from HBS in 1950. Ben Graham and David Dodd, 2 famous financial analysts, teach at Columbia. Buffett discovered Graham on Geico's board in 1951. On a Saturday morning, he boards the train to Washington, D.C. and knocks until a janitor lets him in. After asking, he finds Geico executive Lorimer Davidson. Buffett asks him about businesses and insurance for hours. After the conversation, Buffett spends 65% of his $20,000 money buying Geico shares for the next Monday, which built into a fortune. He now owns Geico. Buffett will graduate and work on Wall Street the same year. Howard and Graham discourage him. Graham refuses Buffett's free labor. Buffett attends the Dale Carnegie course. He teaches investment principles at night at the University of Nebraska. He's 21 and the students are 50. Ben Graham offers Buffett a job at the investment firm, Graham Newman Corp. Buffett starts at $12,000. He retires in 1956 and nearly dissolves his business. Since graduation, Buffett's funds have increased from $9,800 to nearly $140,000. Buffett adds 2 partnerships in 1957. He manages 5 investments from home. Buffett buys a 5-bedroom stucco house on Farnham Street for $31,500. At 1958, after 3 years, Buffett has doubled the partner's money. Buffett meets Charlie Munger, who will become Berkshire Hathaway's vice chairman. They click instantly. Buffett urges a medical partner to find 10 more doctors prepared to contribute $10,000 apiece. 11 invest. And Buffett invested $1 million into a windmill manufacturing company in 1961. Buffett and his wife returned to New York City in 1962 to raise money from old friends. During the trip, he gains a few partners and $300K in cash. Buffett advises Munger on Dempster that same year. Munger suggests that Buffett Harry Bottle, a profitable move. Bottle decreases costs, fires workers, and generates income. Buffett buys Berkshire Hathaway for $8 a share, and then he invests. Buffett triples his investment in Dempster in 1963. He invests in a nearly worthless company with a $2 million stock portfolio after that, and his partnerships are Berkshire Hathaway's largest stakeholder. American Express falls below $35 after a fraud scandal. Then Buffett buys shares in bulk as others sell. In 1965, Howard Buffett dies. Buffett buys Disney shares that same year after meeting Walt. $4 million buys 5% of the company. Buffett's American Express shares are selling for double what he paid. Buffett takes control of Berkshire Hathaway at a board meeting. News Ken Chase president. Buffett invests $6,849,936 in 1966. In 1967, he delivers its sole 10-cent dividend. Buffett tells his partners in October that the '60s stock market offers no bargains. It's worth $65 million. Buffett has almost $10 million. He briefly considers quitting investing. American Express shares reached $180, netting the partnership $20 million on a $13 million investment. Buffett directs Berkshire Hathaway to buy National Indemnity. It's $8.6 million. 1968, Buffett partnership wins $40 million, raising the total to $104 million. Buffett liquidated the partnership's assets after his most successful year in 1969. Berkshire Hathaway shares were distributed. Buffett owns $25 million. 39-year-old. For 1970, the Buffett partnership is dissolved and sold off. Alright guys, that's it for this one. What did you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell to get notified about all these videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.